And Ramiro Russell, thank you so much for tuning in.
We are back for a very special day. Today is
Mother's Day special.
Mother's Day.
And we have two special guests for you. We have live in the studio, in the Zoom studio. Hey, B.
Hi.
How are you doing today? I love your Instagram. I love it. You do so much for the community. You do so much for fitness. The brow. I gotta get my eyebrows done. I don't know if you can tell, but I gotta get mine done. I'm just trying to keep them arched during this quarantine. And we have in the studio today, we have my lovely wife, Oswald Russell. She's gonna join us later on. She's my production crew today. So thank you so much for joining us. I apologize that we're not in the studio today, but that's all right. The show must go on.
The show must go on. It's season 1, episode 3. I think we're learning a lot and we're doing great for what the situation comes. So we're good. We're winging it and we're learning and it's always fun.
So how you been?
I'm
That's a long pause, y'all. You hear that pause? You hear that long silence? I said, how's your day? She was like, because silence is the answer too. So this rewind. So how was your day?
I've been having highs and lows, to be honest.
Okay.
You know my highs and lows and stuff like that. Ramiro and I, like what I said, we went 0 to 100 every time of my relationship and stuff like that. But it's been really high and low just because it's my grandma's death anniversary. So, and I didn't get a chance to
Properly say goodbye.
No, I just didn't get that. I always go back home in March, and with the pandemic happening and stuff like that. Oh my God.
It's all right. I understand. Mother's Day is not really my favorite either because my mom passed away 7 years ago, and Mother's Day has always been rough. So I try, or I tend to stay off of Facebook. I tend to stay off of Instagram, and I don't look at any posts about mothers. But sometimes I forget that my wife's a mother too, so that kind of helps ease the tension a little bit. But Mother's Day isn't my favorite. I get it. It's hard. It's rough.
Yeah, and I think it's the first. You're so sweet. It's the first time I didn't see Christopher on his birthday, so yeah. We don't need to talk about that, but it's just super. It's a lot. It would have been nice if I'd seen my family in March. So it's a lot of highs and lows. So
Now tell the audience, where's all your family at?
So my family is in the Bay Area in New York. Bay Area, New York. But yeah, I have a lot of family in New York, a lot of cousins in Canada, and in the Philippines.
Okay. So when's the last time
We're not gonna cry
We're not gonna cry today.
because the rule is we cry after the day is done. We're not gonna waste a $50 foundation and a $50 concealer.
Okay.
Let's introduce your lovely wife. You go ahead.
So coming because I'm gonna stand out the spotlight. So we're gonna take a small commercial break, and when we come back, you're gonna see my wife, Oswald Russell. She wears many hats. She's the captain to my ship. She's the sail to my wind. So thank you so much. So she's gonna sit here. Also, this is sponsored in part by Blackwater. You gotta try this. Fulvic Trace Minerals Alkaline pH 8.0, and it comes in many different flavors to tickle your taste buds. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So what have you guys been doing? It's funny. She has boys and you have girls. So what have you been doing with, how do you keep your kids busy? What do you guys do? I know we TikTok the other day. We did TikTok.
Let's see, with my girls, one of them tends to think that I have she has a short attention span with me because I bug them more than anything else.
That's what moms do.
They're my entertainment. I'll go around, pretend that I was TikTok, and I just irritate them with all the TikTok songs.
Is she smiling? She's at the background silent. Is that what it is?
Yeah, she knows because
Confirmation.
I'll go around saying, I'm a snake. And I just chase them around the house and it irritates them. But they keep themselves busy and then when they're bored, they find us. I don't really force them to come hang out with us.
Yeah.
I'll just make myself comfortable and join them whether they like me or not. So they're teenagers. They
Yeah.
need their space. They don't
Yeah.
really need us. But again, more of the time they just entertain. They have their phones, playing games, talking to their friends a lot. I don't remember talking to my friends a lot when I was their age because I was
Yeah.
out and about.
But we had the era of like not really that much, cell phone and social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we played outside, like
But they're happy with what they do, but it bugs them that they want to go hang out at so and so's house, and I say, well, I can't let you go to so and so's house. I don't know
Yeah.
the mom, I don't
Yeah.
know the dad, I don't know who they are. I just
Yeah.
know the kid. It's not cool.
yeah.
So that's hard part right now that we have for parenting because they're in that age of young ladies. They're no longer little child, so we don't really feel like they can just go anywhere, anytime if they want to.
Yeah. She's frozen again. Okay, technical difficulties. It's okay. We good.
But it sounds like she really,
She
she's
is
very
full on.
disciplined.
Yeah.
If I'm disciplined and strict, just like I am with my work or the kids,
Yeah.
I'd probably be the size that I am
Yeah.
before I had children. But
So do you work out at all, or
I tried, but I never commit all the way.
like not consistent?
No.
I don't know.
I'm lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I am.
I haven't worked out. When I was in pageant, I had to work out, so it's like I think like after pageant of like working out and eating healthy, I kind of like resented working out because I'm like, oh, I passed a crown. Okay, let's go eat. But it lasted like 2 years, so I'm like, I gotta get back to it. But it's more like right now. It's more speaking of mental health awareness month. The dips of emotional that I'm going through, because I will have days. Again, I am forever grateful for your husband of like really jumping in and doing this show with me, because literally I was driving myself insane. Like I was really depressed. And I gotta get myself busy. So actually having a show for like third week in a row, it keeps me going. It keeps me planning and stuff like that. So,
Consistent,
yeah.
a routine.
A routine, so to speak. So it kind of helps me to get off of my mind of stuff that's going on in my life. Yeah.
Growing up Asian, we're talking about weight. Grow up skinny, we eat, we have rice and everything else, but if you don't eat, they tell you like you're too skinny, eat something. When you eat, they're like, are you sure you're gonna eat that? Because you're gonna get fat. So you have that little mental thing going on in your mind, like, okay, do I eat?
Do I eat? Do I not eat?
Do I
What's
don't
going on?
eat? If I don't eat, I get yelled. If I eat too much, I get yelled. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, take 2 bites and waste it? That kind of exhausts me. So as I get older and had kids, and I'm like, okay, I'm putting on a little bit weight. I'm comfortable with myself. I don't have anyone telling me, it's like, eat because you're not eating enough, or stop eating because you're getting too big. It's just one of those things that...
Is that an Asian mom thing? How did you grow up? Because I can really relate to what she's saying.
It's
That's
very
just
Asian household. That's literally what it is. It doesn't... I don't think no matter what part of Asia you are,
it's just
kind
the
of
Asian thing.
Yeah.
And even like pictures. I'm like, when someone, I always like, I always say, I don't care what other people say. I'm a multifaceted woman, okay? Like, I can go volunteer and help the world, and then I can be sexy and like be, transparent and talk about whatever the fuck I want. It's a late night show. With Asian moms, it's just, they're very, I love you, mom.
It's Asian moms and dads.
Very
it's
critical.
Like aunties too. I'm like,
Very critical, like with it, body image is very important, especially if you are a girl.
Girl, if you have a crooked teeth, they're gonna tell you to your face like you got a
Yeah,
crooked
I
teeth.
mean, my mom just told me, I'm like, you look super cute in that picture, but you
But-
look kind of fat, so you should think twice.
Yeah, so they give you the compliment, but also give you the shit with it. So it's a typical thing. That's what I was raised by. So it's mentally, as you get older, for me, it's harder to adapt that. Okay, I am beautiful for who I am, to accept it until you figure out on your own. That's the hard part when it comes to food, and food also comfort me.
Yeah.
And it's not so much of what the typical American food that comfort me. I mean, little things like noodle soup, that's
Yeah.
exciting. I mean, those
Yeah.
stuff like that. So you can't stop.
I think too, it's like, it's a cycle, right? It's an ending cycle of like what it is. So I always say like, I want to be the first one to break the cycle, because if you, in my 30s, I started listening to my mom, and that's what her mom did to her. You know what I'm saying? Like very critical with physical appearance and stuff like that. Oh, she was good. She was fit. Well, she's not like us.
Well, I was athletic when I was younger. I just, as I get older, I'm like, my mom's not with me. It's like, cool, I get to do what I want.
I'm gonna marry an American guy if you're out there that balance me out. I'm gonna be critical because I know I already got. So I need an American husband to balance the madness of me.
Well, what if like they're American but a different culture? What do you mean by American? Everybody's here American.
Not as so much as traditional. I was born and raised in the Philippines, so for 16 years of my life. So as much as I say I'm the most American in my family, I still tend to see that I'm very traditional because it's embedded so strong when I was growing up. So I still see like I'm somewhat very traditional. So someone who's gonna be more open-minded, because I feel like American people are more open-minded. Like what you said, you grew up, you don't have that criticism. And again, Mom, love you. I know that, you and I know that it came from a very, loving place. It's not to...
It's not to hurt you.
It's not to hurt you,
It's culturally, a lot of them, I guess at the same way you would probably relate to this as well, or agree that the fact of the matter that it kind of comes down, you learn something from your mom, or your mom learned from their mom, and their mom learns, and so on. So it's traditionally, everything is trickled down to someone. And then as you get older, you pick up new things, you added new things on your own as a child raising. I'm not raising our children the same way that I was raised back home.
If I'm not mistaken, you came to America same age as mine,
I was
right?
15.
15, yeah, you're 15, I was 16. Did you grow up here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're more American.
All there.
All American.
Culturally, that's a
All
lot
American.
of things that we get into culture with respecting the elders, when you have to bite your tongue type of thing. We get into that a lot because
He's very American, because I know, like, I have like my cousins from New York who are born in in America, but they're very still traditional because they were brought up like that.
Yes.
Is he more American, or
he's
cultural?
very much American but adapts some culture.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, there's a lot of culture thing that you were raised that you're not going to speak to your elders this way, no matter how old they are.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell them what the fuck to do. You're not going to do any of those. It's just matter of fact that you're just going to have to respect. It is their mistake and let them do it, and you're not going to explain at all.
Yeah.
But they have every right to pick on you. That's the kind of culture that you have. It's the respect.
Yeah. I think that's the main thing with our culture and stuff like that. So since it's Mother's Day tomorrow, what is your guys' plan tomorrow?
Ooh.
We have a very unusual Mother's Day plan. I am so excited that my husband and I and several other team that we are dropping off food to the Havasupai tribe at the Grand Canyon.
It's
What
amazing.
an honor for me, because there's moms out there that we all running around rushing, buying gifts and wanting something. They just want to feed their children. And I just want to be there because I'm blessed. We have everything else. May not have everything else that I want or lavish mansion, but
You
have
have what you
everything
needed.
what I need, everything.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing tomorrow. That's exciting. But I figured Mother's Day can happen the rest of the year too. It doesn't have to stop just for one day.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
What do you mean, hint? You always getting this stuff on Amazon.
I don't ask any. Am I at time? Like I have to stop talking now? I'm like, what's going on?
That was
And
a
what else?
coincidence.
I mean that, volunteering, and what else?
I'm one of those person. If I want something, I don't ask my husband. I was like, I'm gonna get it because I work. I earn my money. I want to go buy it. I buy it.
Yeah.
So
You got the joint account, why not? You're paying for half.
yeah, don't matter. But for me, it's like But a lot of things, the gift that no one can give is more memories and sensory.
Yeah.
So I like sensory. So that's my love language. That's literally how spending time, getting to know someone, people that I care, that I want to spend time with, building memories, spend time with kids or friends. Those are the good things that no one else can ever buy. That you can't go to any store.
Yeah.
You can't go to Amazon to do it. It's just things.
I don't memorize the love language. Affection.
There's few others like gifting and like materialistic. So it all depends what speaks to you. Love language is basically what makes you happy.
Yeah.
So when you think of yourself, when your significant other or your friends, what do you think that would make you happy for a birthday gift? Like what would be the ultimate? Not an actual thing or a person. Some people just like gifts.
Yeah.
But
that's how they
feel loved.
Feel loved. Yeah. What do you do with them? With the girls?
We get to do TikToks, but they don't post it because I look ridiculous because I can't dance. Trying to get them
just for kicks and funs.
Trying to get them to get out. It is getting warmer, so we don't really do a whole lot of things. I mostly, like I said, I go sit there with the kids. We do coloring, and you get
the
bored
real
pretty-
coloring.
Yeah. Like no, not her coloring. No, not with my kids. God no.
The real coloring, guys. Real color.
The actual with coloring pencil, with the actual picture to color, not a person. I'm not using crayons. Cochina. No. We're not doing that with kids, but that's what we were doing. And most of the time they show us memes, and our daughters like to do video edits, but she's really good at that.
I know, I've heard. Thanks, girl.
So she's been doing a lot of those, and I've been listening to a lot of audio. I've been finishing up audiobooks, and that's kind of keeping myself occupied.
Yeah.
And then Romero and I caught on some shows on Hulu, so that's kind of the
cute.
bad of us sometimes, because you get stuck watching past seasons and you're over and over. So
you guys are cute. One day I'll have that. Well, before we are running out of time, but I want to say thank you for joining our show. I appreciate
thank you for having me.
Until next time. But I wanted to bring out, before we close down, my lovely co-host, my big brother, Queer Amira Russell. We're going to pause for a little break, and we'll be right back.
Look at you doing the pause break.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Blackwater, for always being so kind to me. I love y'all. I mean, we've had this relationship for 3 years. Long before the whole ambassador program, the influencer program, I've been rocking with you guys from day one. Thank you for believing in me, sponsoring me. Thank you. I mean, I'm not gonna cry, but thank you.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. They're bomb. I like it.
And you know what? I've got to give a special shout out to Banu. Same company, but this is bamboo water. Oh my God. That's a whole nother segment. But thank you too. I'm rocking with you guys. I love you guys too.
Before we close, I thought I'd call my mom, so she said she knows that I have the show. But while I'm waiting for my mom, Randy, oh, did she just cancel me?
Mom put you on pause.
Oh. Hey, Mom. You there?
Hello.
¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo está ka?
We are filming the show.
Magandang umaga.
Magandang gabi.
Umaga.
We are filming the show, and I just want to make sure that people hear your voice, and I want to greet you a happy Mother's Day. I want to tell you that I love you. You're strong, you're beautiful, and you're my best friend.
Live on the show, call them
I
Mom.
love you.
Thank you so much. I love you more.
Oh.
And just say hi to them and thank you.
Yeah, and don't ever cancel my FaceTime. I love you.
Bye.
Bye, Mom. Talk to you
Mama.
later.
Bye.
That was so sweet. Call your moms. If you guys
Call
want
your
to call your
mom.
moms. Call your mamas.
mama.
Every day. Because I wish my mom could just call me just to cuss me out.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate
Thank
you
you.
so much. This is our 3rd episode. we can't wait to be consistent about it.
What's next week's episode?
Next week.
What's next week?
Speaking of Mother's Day, we're gonna talk about mother's issues.
Ooh, we talking about mommy issues. That's gonna be a deep show. This week.
Mommy issues. So our page, if you guys could follow us, it's Mental Health Matters AZ Strong. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, and we have a Facebook page as well too. Our slogan from last year is "Remove the mask, break the stigma." So that's what I wanted to do, step by step of learning my strength. My public speaking is not my forte. So being partner with this amazing man right next to me is really, and our show doesn't just end after this 1 hour show.
No.
We built our relationship, and I have great relationship, and I have a great mentor. So I just appreciate you so much. Yes,
She's
you
gonna
are.
make me cry. Oh.
Yes, you are. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Late Night Chronicles, Season 1, Episode 3, Mother's Day Edition. We'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
For what is it again?
Mommy issues.
Mommy issues. My name is Tasha DeChosa.
Romero Russell, thank you so much for tuning in.
We are out.
Bye now.
Hi guys, welcome back to Late Night Chronicles. I am your host. My name is Tasha DeChosa.
Romero Russell.
And we are doing
This is the Mother's Day recap. So Mother's Day is very dear to me for several reasons. I usually have issues because our mom passed away. So Mother's Day, I tend to stay off of Facebook, social media, because you see all the, oh mom, I love you.
Yeah.
So this year we did something totally different. So due to COVID-19, we started feeding the homeless. We started going to the Navajo Nation, started feeding the Native Americans, because some of them don't have food.
Yeah.
Most don't have food. A lot of people don't have food during this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
So we want to do something different. So we're honoring all of the mothers. So this is a Mother's Day special.
Mother's Day special. We are bringing in one of my closest friends for I think a decade now.
What? 10 years?
10 years, just like
So
Valentine.
she got dirt on you too.
Again, we're all, you cut me down, we're all dying together. We're all gonna.
So after the show, you gotta, you
Right.
gotta tell me a little secret.
But this girlfriend of mine, I've had her since we were early 20s. She is a mother, a business owner, an entrepreneur, Randy.
Welcome, Brady.
Yes, hi. Thank you for having me. I'm
course.
happy to be here.
So you got 3 boys. I'm like, where'd you have them? I mean, like, how much you weigh? Like 105 pounds?
And it sucks because even after I had my kids, I always went down to 80, 90 pounds. I've always
Okay.
been really, really petite. So to be where I'm at now weight-wise is big for me.
Yeah, because I remember when we were like in early 20s, you were like so tiny.
And you tiny now. When you walked up, I'm like, oh, I was expecting you to be some taller woman. She walked, I'm like, oh, she's so cute. She's so tiny. Oh my
You were
God.
skinnier back in 20s, you know?
Yep. I work
It's
hard
these days.
trying to keep the weight though. Like I have to. It's hard to keep the weight.
So you do eyebrows too and fitness?
Mhm.
How does that
Yeah.
work?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate it all full time because
Yeah.
fitness has always been pretty much full time. I'm a night owl, so at the end of my day, we would go to the gym like midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning
Whoa.
for like 45 minutes, you know,
Whoa.
and then that was just our routine. But now with this whole quarantine thing going on, it's early, like in the day, and sometimes it's like a couple hours out of the day that I'm doing something with fitness.
Okay.
And it's grown, you know, or it's growing because a lot of people are reaching out and asking for help, and that's kind of where I wanted it to go. I want to help people get healthier and get fit because you
Okay.
feel so much better.
You do. So how long you been in the fitness industry?
It's been off and on for like 3 years,
Oh, okay.
you know, so it's not, you know. But where my body is now is probably the most cut I've ever
Yes.
been. So,
Sorry. Yeah, yes, I can
I
attest
can
to
attest to
that.
yeah, the muscles, they're finally, you know, and I just want to keep growing them. And, you know, everyone has goals of what they want to do with their body. I definitely don't want to get too big upper body, but of course, you know, for the women, small waist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like,
Bigger
huge,
booty.
huge.
Yep.
to get on it. I need to give you a call and like get my body right. I mean, I have 2 people. Yeah. So I love your videos with your kids. Because that's one of the things that got you busy with quarantine.
Yeah.
Quarantining with your family and your boys.
Yep, and that's what actually has made it a lifestyle for me, the whole
Yeah.
fitness. Because before it was just, wasn't really, the motivation I guess wasn't fully there
Yeah.
before. But,
Before the quarantine.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to the gym like 3 days a week, so I mean, it's not terrible, but trying to stay eating healthier and actually being more active so you can actually go run with your kids if they want to, or, go swim laps, because one of my sons is a swimmer, so now that it's off season, that's what pushed it, so I was like, okay, he wants to be a doctor, so he needs to get scholarships, because that's expensive. So I was like, okay, with swim, he loves it, and he wants to push it through high school, so I was like, on the off season, you gotta stay active, you gotta, so
He doesn't stop.
Yeah, and he doesn't fully get that yet, because he's kind of trying to fall off the wagon, and I keep trying to like force him not to, I'm like, no, you gotta just stay active.
Yeah.
So, TikTok, we do the whole TikTok thing
Yeah, I
too,
saw.
and that's, you get dancing and stuff, and some of those were like retaking and retaking.
Yeah. So workout,
Working
it's
out
a form
in
of
that
workout.
too,
Yeah.
So, trying to keep them active doing those things, and it's fun because you're doing it all together, so.
Yeah. It's always, the one that you see of like on the timeline, how like people like talk about like the bad effect of quarantining, and actually like a lot of positives. If you really dig into it, it gives you time. I mean, I work 6-7 days a week, and my mom would always say, slow down, go vacation, go do this. But I'm so focused on like working 6-7 days a week, and if I'm not working, that's how we met. We volunteer, we do philanthropy together and stuff like that. So this time really allowed me to slow down and rethink and have new dreams, had new dreams, and that's how all this show come up, and like having the right partner to do it. There's a lot of it, like what you said, you didn't really, intended to go to this, this full-on blast of like social media and working out and stuff like that. But if you hadn't had the quarantine time, you know what I'm saying? It gives you the push. The quarantine give you the push to really keep it going. So it's awesome.
So as a mom, what challenges have you faced during COVID-19, like being a mom at home wearing many hats?
The homework. Some of the homework stuff, especially for my youngest. My oldest, he's been on top of it. He's actually finishing with straight A's. He got accepted to the student council, or invited to be on the student council.
That's amazing.
Also
Good job, kid.
At school, so he's doing really good. So that was like, going out with a bang. And my other 2, they have good grades too, but they didn't have that drive. Like that was his goal, was to get straight A's, and like he did it. So, and that's a good example.
Going to school?
Yeah, they miss their friends, and now that things are getting slowly lifted, they think that things can go back to normal, and they can go hang out with their friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's not quite how it works. This isn't gone. It's just there needs to be more precautions, and it's still there. It's still a threat, and I honestly think it's a little too early for them to be opening
I think so too.
things. But
you know what I think they're doing? I think they're beta testing. If you ask me.
I think
Let's
so.
just see what's gonna happen. Let's release the and then let's collect the data afterwards. Oh,
I
it didn't
actually
work.
just screenshot this morning. I screenshot the numbers. Because I, in the beginning of this quarantine, like I was on it. Like I was screenshotting it every day, and I had a group text with my girlfriend Clarissa and Gina. And like every day, like that's how I start my morning. It's like screenshotting, the numbers. But it got me to the point that it affected my mental health, because I was like stressed out about it, and it's affecting me. And then calling my mom and like talking to her, and she just came from the Philippines. Like she went to the Philippines last December and went back again in February. So when she came back, that's the first time I'm like, really full on talking about COVID. And I didn't really you're tripping, mom. Yeah. But and then we talked, and then I talked to my mom, and It was just like, it's too stressful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, it has been, especially, you know, as a business owner.
Yeah.
The small businesses, I guess, you know, there was just no help.
No,
There was
zero.
nothing, I was one in the first batch or first round, I guess you could say, for everything that was supposed to be out there that you could get, and to this day, almost 8 weeks later, 'cause that's how long it's been for me, I am just now barely getting answers, and they're not even full answers. So, it just, I don't know, it's stressful.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, you know, I think people need to have an emergency fund, like they need to prepare.
Yeah.
It's just.
That's one of the things that, you know, like, you, instead of like complaining, like really assess your life, like what this pandemic is teaching you in the back end. It's like it teaches you how to take time for yourself. It taught you to be like, oh my fucking God. I have to
Late
save
Night
some
Chronicles,
fucking
right?
money, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it opens up your eyes to different sections in your life that you don't usually necessarily pay attention to, but it's
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
But especially, I don't know what it is like in Asian community. I was never really taught to save money, but it's like now it's like even like insurance, and I'm like I was in a 7-year relationship, so that's not really my forte. But it's like when March hits, as an individual, I started trying to, you know, look at insurance and life insurance and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm really gonna definitely like do that next time, because we have like, you know, we used back in the day we have the term where it sucks up all your money, and once you live past a 30-year term, and then you don't get the money.
Yeah.
We have I forgot what's it called, IUI, something like that. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this one. Maybe we'll post the certain insurance that you have life and death benefits. So in cases like this, if you know, if 5 years ago I would have started that,
Yeah.
yeah. So in cases like this, you are protected.
Yeah.
So I you know what, I probably go in that world and be an insurance person. Just because I see the benefit of it, of like having the safety net and being smart about money.
Yeah.
I think that's my goal this year, is being smart about money.
So when you first came in, this was like off camera. You talked about how they're going back, and I don't know if I want to go back yet. So being that you're in the fitness industry, how do you see trainers going back? 'Cause I think someone wouldn't even want to go back.
Yeah, well, a lot of the trainers that I follow, like, they're all for it. They want to just get out there. They've been waiting, talking about the gyms to open every day. And I'm like, I don't want to go to the gym. I want to go to the gym, but I don't want to go because
That's
they're
interesting.
the machines are so close together.
And they're
How many
grimy.
people, yes, like sweaty, and people are
Motion.
people
You're
don't wash
breathing
their
on top of
hands.
each other. I don't know.
And
Sweating
going
and
to the
stuff.
bathroom and
Yeah.
not washing their hands, like it's just, you know, and so many people touch those all day long. And it's
Yeah.
just- I don't know what they're gonna do or how there's even a way to try to calm that down, but I think it would be smart for, like, my thought process is trying to do as much outdoors as you can with small group settings or one-on-one.
Isn't there, were you the one who said something about like, there's a certain amount of people, or like you have to schedule an appointment?
Oh yeah, the gym wants you to schedule now.
Yeah.
They want you to schedule to come in.
Well, that would be,
I mean, that's
Smarter
some,
way to do
yeah,
it.
to
Yeah, but-
control it, so to
Yeah.
speak.
but there's a few people angry. You know how many people have memberships, and if they're only gonna let so many people at a time, like, for me, I go late at night. I like that going
Yeah.
there, but, you know, I have people who wanna work out with me now, and they're not gonna wanna go when I go.
So when you see the fitness industry go, I'm sorry, I'm talking about fitness because
No, you are fine. I'm like, I can't relate, but it's okay.
Because I was a trainer I retired as a trainer for like 26 years. I was a trainer.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna need some.
Yeah, that's what I did for a living. My degree's in biology, but I trained NBA players, NBA wives, celebrities, athletes. I loved it so, and I saw the trends where it was going. You guys can start doing group sessions, because no matter how much you charge that one client, say you charge your client $120 a session,
Right.
that's good, but there's so
Yeah.
many hours in the day.
Right.
What if you had 10 clients paying you 80 a session?
Yeah,
Way more money for half the time.
yeah.
So, this one gym I worked at that will remain nameless. They went to Urshan, and when they hey, what did you see? What were the trends? I kind of have my idea. We're in trouble. Oh, what do you mean? He said, we can't compete with one to technology, and we can't compete with online. I was like, So I saw a lot of online trainers
Yeah.
that were making loot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Crazy.
huh. So
That's
I'm
a
thinking,
generation where
it's a generation.
you know,
'Cause I'm thinking
we're
these
approaching.
trainers now,
Yeah.
during COVID, they like, well, shit, I'm still making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why go back to the gym?
Yeah.
And they take 60% of my pay.
Yeah.
It's not a necessity anymore to be. You gotta, this generation with what do you call this? Everything online. You gotta figure out what's your niche to be
Yeah.
in that market.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're all approaching. Even like retail industry. I mean, last year, how many
Everything's
JCPenney's,
online.
Macy's closed down? It's like 230.
Yeah.
Like,
And the
imagine
sad
those
part is they're
employees.
killing themselves.
Say that again?
I love Lululemon. I said the sad part is they're killing themselves. I went to Lululemon and I was like, yo, what happened to this specific cut of shorts? Oh, we don't have those in the store. You gotta go online. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
It's like an exclusive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you direct me to go online when I'm in the store?
And I can just buy it right
I
now.
I mean,
Right
everything
now.
has numbers. I think like what you said, like beta testing, right? So they're trying to see, it's like, well, which one have, even like in cosmetics and in beauty industries, there are some things like, yeah, you can get it from this store, even this store, or like sometimes there's certain, you have the brand,
Yeah.
but not in that location, it's in a different location.
Yeah.
And then you have products that's like online only, because they're trying to see
Yeah.
which traffic.
Where the
we
traffic's
go.
coming
Yeah.
from. I get
uh-huh.
that. I get that.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
the brows? Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Save that. We're gonna take a small commercial break. So we're gonna take a small commercial break, and when we come back, she's gonna talk about these nice eyebrows. 'Cause you know what, y'all? I gotta get my eyebrows done. You know me. I love the spa. I'm a spa whore. excuse the language, but you know what I'm talking about. Be right
We
back.
are
We'll be
Late
right
Night
back.
Chronicles.
Late Night Chronicles, also sponsored by Blackwater.
Blackwater.
Pretty good.
Be right back, you guys. Alright, we're back. Late Night Chronicles.
Season 1, Episode 3, Mother's Day Special.
So before we took a commercial break, I was looking at her lovely eyebrows, and I'm like, I'm feeling low key jealous. I need to get mine done. That's a little rough during this little coronavirus. So what's the secret? What's the secret? Give me some tips. You got any tips?
Plucking right, I should say, because so many people pluck too much.
That's tedious, isn't
They
it?
just, yeah, especially when you're doing your own. So
Mm.
that's why they say, and I was trying to tell all my clients during the quarantine, do not pluck your own eyebrows. Just let them get funky, let them get bushy. You know, you can work with a better shape that way anyway. It's like
Oh, okay.
the more natural bush you have going on, the better. 'Cause you can start to train them to shape.
And if
Oh,
you
okay.
don't know like the proper shape for your face, because we all have different shapes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So she trained me of microblading. I
Oh, you
didn't
remember
fully,
late too?
I didn't fully pursue it at that time. Relationship wise, it took a backseat of what I
Oh.
initially planned. But she trained me in that. My personal goal was to be in that industry,
Oh, okay.
but it got shifted. Being in a relationship, some people can relate. I know.
I know this is Mother's Day special, but why does that happen? Why do you women get with these men and just forget about yourself? I don't get that shit.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I think. Well, you know what? I brought this to myself.
I mean, I don't get that. I don't get it. It's like you so driven. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I think being Asian, I had to go back to being Asian of like focusing into you let the man, be the king of the house, and
No,
you.
don't blame it on
lead
the
way.
Asian. That's
I don't
women,
know. Maybe
period.
that's how I was raised, but it's kind of. Alright, it's my personal stuff too, because my mom was in, after my dad passed, 3 days after my first birthday, she took, that role of like being the breadwinner, and she was in a male dominant, field, which was in sales, and I've seen her, you know, being this independent woman. That's where I got my being independent woman as it is, but being in a relationship of like, yeah, I can't even blame it on Asian. Some of it I can, but some of it not. It's just me. I I over give myself too much to people,
Okay.
and I over like, okay, well, with the promise of like, but when my time comes, you're gonna support me, right? So, but
Yeah.
it just didn't got, again, nothing gains with that man have contributed a lot of good in my life.
Okay.
But at the same time, it didn't work out because I was kind of tired of a lot of things.
That's another show, y'all. So
That's
if
another.
you guys are watching
another topic.
women, if ladies you watching this and you feel what my business partner, my host is talking about, send us a message because that ain't right. You just give up yourself like, oh, let me forget about me. Let me put myself on the shelf. It's all about you now.
That's a song too. There's a song. We should play a song in the background. I have a playlist. Yeah, it's
So
okay.
what could you do with these brows right here? Could you shape them up?
Yes. And I'm lucky. They always have like the thick, full eyebrows. Even, I do my boys, I do their eyebrows. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Sometimes they do where they really need microblading to create
Yeah.
that shape. And sometimes like I've seen one of like some of your clients, I'm pretty sure like some guys like they don't have no eyebrows.
yeah.
So you have to do microblading.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I had a client, he had, it's like a condition where you pull your hair, whether it's on your head
Yeah.
or your lashes or your brows. And so he had no eyebrows, and he was in the high ranking in the army, so he was really picky even with how I did my pictures because he didn't want it to be known that he was doing this
It was him.
technique.
Yeah.
But
Privacy
it's,
issues.
microblading is like the best route you can go for a natural look because
Okay.
it looks like hair. So
Yeah.
so men can do it too.
Okay.
They have,
I
like,
wouldn't
bald
suggest
spots.
for them to do it like but with the guys, even like women by yourself, because like the eyebrows shapes your face, ladies.
Yes.
So it literally, you gotta be careful. You can't do it on your own. If you're not a pro, leave it to the pro. Cause
Yeah.
seriously, it shapes your face. People don't realize that. So if you're gonna freestyle and do it on your own, I suggest don't do it. Let me do it or let her do it.
They even have videos on
Oh, YouTube.
Don't go to YouTube and look at the videos, but they have videos of how to do it yourself, and it's just crazy. I mean, you can even buy some of the supplies a little too easy, but it's not something that's regulated. So
Yeah.
there's people out there that are doing it that have no business doing it,
Yeah.
and they're scarring people, permanently damaging people's face,
Yeah.
basically. I do a lot of removal work, so I remove bad work, and then I do a lot of corrections of like color correcting and all
Okay.
that stuff. And I've transformed some really bad work and made it amazing, but some
Good.
people you can't. Some people are just going to be ruined for life, and so it's something you really want to be careful. And if you're interested, research the artist.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, cause like some of them I've seen where like there's like it gave them pus.
yeah, like they got
Like
infections.
leaking.
What?
And yeah, you gotta know you're listen, like I work
Y'all
at
ladies
beauty.
be going, first y'all give up yourself, then you gotta go
Stop!
through then y'all get makeup and stuff done. Then you got pus coming out your eyebrows. Man, that's
You gotta, like what she said, you gotta know, you gotta research, because this is your face, this is your body, and especially it's like right on, if you don't search the right person to go to, like I'm in the beauty industry, if someone like always like asks about microblading, I always send it to her, because I'm, firsthand, I'm not gonna recommend somebody that I don't know, and I just know her work, and she trained me, so I know it's gonna be good work, so.
so how can we find you? How can they find you?
So I have a website, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, and it's all under Beautiful Brows with 2 E's. So BeautifulBrows.
Okay.
There you go.
All of it is, the same. I try to, because make everything the same so it's easier to find, but
Exactly. I do something the
there's other
same way.
people who have my name now and that are near my location. And from what I was told, like that's a smart marketing move for others because I was already established and I have thousands of clients.
Yeah.
So now they come in and basically have my name, it's just spelled correctly, because my name's harder to spell because I put the 2 E's. But when I started, I didn't know anything about really business.
Marketing and
started
all that
from the
stuff,
ground
yeah.
up and learned it all on my own, like no one
Started
was
from
guiding
the
me.
bottom, now you're here.
Yeah, so I have people kind of stealing my clients, but
Oh, damn.
so I try to always tell people the 2 E's, they gotta know the 2 E's is in
You have a
there.
logo up?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a couple. I just created a new one, so I'm debating, do I keep the
Oh,
old or am I gonna have a new?
The one that you just posted?
Yeah, that like
Love
sparkly
it.
one.
Love it.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
I'm all about bling, so like if I can have something with like shimmer or sparkle or something.
Of course.
Okay, good.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wouldn't expect less.
I had one of my shops. It was a full glitter.
Mhm, the
silver
glitter wall.
It was
Really?
beautiful.
The glitter wall.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. And I was one of the first. That was my idea. People know I'm just kidding.
You better.
Yeah. So before we go, I mean, anything else you want to tell us about the joys of motherhood,
Yeah.
coronavirus, you know?
Motherhood is the best thing that ever happened to me. Everything. I actually was just did like an article in a magazine about this. Too,
Oh,
which
okay.
is pretty cool. But
See,
Shout
I
out
got-
Voyage Magazine.
Yeah, see, I got excited, high pitched.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
so I don't know. It's just cool, I guess, when people, even though I've seen a lot of people get recognized, which is it's really cool that they
Yeah.
pay
Yes.
attention to small businesses
Yes.
and see when people are putting that work in, because not a lot of people. Some people don't really work hard, and then there's some that do, and they don't really get recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back to motherhood. Yeah, my boys, so 3 boys, they grow faster than like that. Like
Yeah,
you blink
yeah.
and they're grown, and that's sad, but it's really amazing to see because you're like, I was a young mom, I was a teen mom. I was 16 when I had my first son, so I'm growing with them. Like,
Yeah.
And you don't ever have all the answers. You don't even know if you're doing the right thing. You always second guess, like maybe
Yeah.
you're not, but they have shown me that I have done something right because they're
Yeah.
better than I was. They're better than how I grew up. Like they're amazing.
That's
Like
awesome.
with grades, and I'm trying to teach them the determination and that if they stay motivated, they can be and do anything they want to do. You just have to put your mind to it and
Yeah,
work
yeah,
hard. And one thing that's kind of unfortunate about their generation is, I feel like like my generation, wanted to give their kids everything that they didn't have,
Yeah.
give them what they didn't have. So now their generation, they're kind of like lazy in a sense, I guess.
Entitled.
Entitlement.
So I'm really trying hard to push them away from that. It's kind of hard because it's like all their
Yeah,
friends, they're all
yeah.
like that. And so that kind of makes you feel good, so you feel like you kind of failed, but then it's like, you hear other stories and they're like, it's all the kids, it's all the kids their age. But, yeah, like I said, they're,
I mean, I've seen you with your kids for like a decade, and you're an amazing mom.
That's good. My
I-
mom was 15 when she had me, so when I heard your story, I was like, man, that's the same dynamic between you and your son, same me and my mom.
yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, were you a mama's boy?
It was different.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everybody knows that I'm 51 this year. I was born in 1969.
I can't believe that.
I know, I swear, I can't
Wait,
believe it.
what?
I'm the last of the 60s, so the
But
generations in the 60s was
People
totally different.
always thought he has my age, like people thought like he's 30 something, and people
Yeah.
thought I'm in my 20s. And I'm like, no, he's 51, I'm 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you both look young, so.
Feel it.
Really
Feel
young.
it. My wife
That's
keeps
it.
me young. She wears many hats. I don't know how she does it. She does a lot. She's a mom, she's a therapist, she's a motivator, she's a coach.
She's my therapist at this time.
She does a
That's
lot.
awesome. Yeah, women usually, I mean, there's hardworking men out there, but I mean, women, especially if they're.
Women have superpowers.
Yeah.
We create life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is an amazing thing.
It's an amazing thing.
You look back and you can't believe it. You're like, especially when they're almost, my oldest is almost, I don't even want to say his age, but I can't believe it because I'm like, you used to be inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grown
And
person.
now you're almost a man. Like, it's,
Now you got opinions.
yeah.
Would you try for a girl though?
No.
You done?
I really wanted a girl. I still like, it's always gonna be in the back of my mind.
Of course.
But to start all over, they're so like I want to keep growing successfully, and I want them to be successful, and I just not.
It's a different goal now.
I'm against kids,
Yeah.
but because I love my kids, I would love to have, like I said, I would love to have another one. But
Yeah.
there's different, like she said, different goals
Yeah.
for the near future, and I'm just hoping one day they'll wait till they're older anyways. One day they'll give me a granddaughter.
There you
And
go.
I'm manifesting twins. Yeah.
that
I
would be
want to be just
For you?
twins.
2 and then you're done.
Twins.
For you.
A boy and a girl manifesting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You
think
should
you
have
can
never
make that
said
happen.
that. You know why?
Why?
Because your DM's gonna be popping now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Somebody watch this right now. Oh, she wants twins. Shoot. Checked it. Yo.
I
what's
just made a
happening?
whole announcement.
Yeah, you just made an announcement.
Announcement. Stop with the DMs. I'm really good. I'm covered.
But thank you for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thank you for your time. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Pam. And considering me, like, she's amazing. She always tries to involve me with that, everything she does, and she's always doing amazing things, like good things. So
Thank you.
doing what you're doing.
Both.
course. Thank you.
both. Well, that's it. This Mother's Day special, Late Night Chronicles, with your host, Romero Russell, and we have my
My name is Tasha Dichosa. Thank you for taking the time watching us. Late Night Chronicles Season 1, Episode 3.
See you next week. Bye now.